Okay, hi everyone. This is a tutorial about tying a wire trace for either tenggiri or some other 2D critters you are targeting. So basically, it's pretty simple. What I have here is some 30 20 to 30 20 to 30 pound nylon coated wire. You can use 7 by 7 or different kind of 7 strand. So there are many brands in the market. There are cheap ones to Japanese ones. They are like probably about $5-6. This is the wire trace. So for the Saru, I would recommend 20 pounds because Tenggiris there are pretty sensitive to wire. So you can use as low as 20-pound wire. Just remember that it needs to be nylon coated. So for other waters, you can use probably like in Thailand or in other parts of Malaysia, you may want to go up to about 30 pounds. That's it. Try not to go anything more than 30. Okay. For hook wise, I'm using Gamakatsu 16. Okay, size 16. Soy eye ring. Okay. This is the straight shaft, and then the soy eye. Okay, this is roughly about size 1. So 2 of those. If you want to go bigger hook wise, you can actually go up to 18. This one I like because it's pretty thin, as in the hook shank, everything is pretty thin and very sharp. You can go all the way up to probably, like I said, 18. Okay, this is 18. 18 is probably about like 1/0. And then there's another type, which is this is actually of a thicker wire. All right, this one you can actually target slightly bigger fish, if you know what's in the area. So these you can use also. Just take note that because of the thickness, they tend to be a little bit heavier. Okay. For leader, it's still my trusted leader from Seaguar. This is size 8. All right. Cheap and very, very good. FC. Okay. All right. How do we start? All right. Okay. Here you go. Here's your hook, and what you do is pretty easy. Actually, you can actually complete this rig in just 5 minutes time or less. All right, through the eye of the first hook. So what you do now is you wrap it round. Okay, make sure it's tight. Okay, there you go, roughly about there. As for the wire, I would recommend about 30 to 40 centimeters, about there. You don't need a very, very long wire trace. The longer it is, the more issues you'll have later on with it actually tangling up or becoming all messed up, actually, if you actually get a fish. Okay, just tighten up. Then the second hook, hope you can see this. All right, so through the eye from bottom. Okay, Okay, this part is a little bit tricky. Why? Because you need to have an estimate like what kind of bait fish you will be using. Normally in Desaru, we are, catching like salas to gambongs, and roughly about those sizes, which are probably about 10 centimeters or even smaller. So I would say, you go around this, this is roughly probably about 8 or less, maybe 8 centimeters apart from eye to eye, or lesser than that actually. Okay, so roughly about there. You can move it a little bit more if you want. Try not to go too long or too wide, because later on, if your bait fish is like small, then you can't actually hook it up at all unless you have a very big bait fish. If you have a very big bait fish, a big sala, then I would recommend that you go to up to 3 hooks. Okay, here what you do is same thing, go around, hook shank. You can go many times if you want. Okay, probably about like 4, 5, maybe up to 6 times if you want. No worries. Okay, tighten up. Okay, here we go. So don't worry about the little crink here, because just now, I missed it, but not to worry about it. Okay, so this is the finished one for snelling the hook. Okay, how do you connect wire to your leader? Okay, what I normally use, the knot, is actually I think there are many variants, many names for that. Some will call it, I think there's something called the RP knot. All right. Well, it's something similar. Okay, what you do is you actually make a loop on the wire. Okay, this is a loop. Okay, pass your FC, okay, or your leader, pass your FC through it, pull it back up, okay, so it creates another loop there. Pinch it down, okay, with your finger. So what you do here is you actually go, okay, let me show you that again. Go through, okay, hope you can see it, and pull it back up, pinch, okay, there you go. This is how it is. And what you do is you go around, okay, go around it, 2, 3, sorry, it's being blocked, but I hope you can understand what I'm saying. 4, 5, and this part here, okay, you can see this, let me see, okay, you have to go through the other side, meaning like opposite of, you have to go opposite of this. See this one? Okay, this is the end of the FC. So your tag end should go the opposite side of it. Okay, this part wise, remember to wet it before you start pulling. Always remember to wet it for this joint before you pull. This is starting to cinch up. If you can see, this is a little bit okay in focus. So this is starting to cinch, so you just continue to pull it. As you can see here, all right, this is already all cinched up. Let me see, get it in focus. Okay, this is cinched up already, tight. Okay, so you just need to snip off the excess. Okay. Oh yeah, so if you're wondering about the scissors, basically it's I'm using actually a titanium made scissors. I think this one cost me about $10, if I'm not wrong, or slightly less than that. This is actually from Art Friends. Very sharp actually. Used it for a couple of times, but do take care of it. It does get rusty. Alright, so do take good care of it. It's gonna last you a long time. So okay, this is the finished rig, right? I have now. Okay, this will work against your barracuda, your Spanish mackerel, tangiri, sharks, sharks also. If they are in the area, I actually hooked up one and it was able to brought it both sides. And I think the wire was actually already inside its mouth and it held until, you know, it trashed and, you know, broke me off. Okay, so this is the end of, this is the part where it's actually the wire to the FC. Okay, hope you can see this. And yeah, I think every rig basically, you know, needs practice. So it's like I said, it's actually very, very easy. It's not difficult at all for you to snare the hook, and then of course this part is probably, you know, the wire to FC is something that you need a little bit more of a practice before you get everything nicely cinched up. Just remember, you know, gentle reminder to always wet you know, the joint before you actually start pulling it, you know. And yep, so that's all for today, and tight lines, and good luck with your fishing.